to show you one way that I've used ChatGPT successfully in my classroom. First thing I did is I started my lesson by asking my students how many of them know about or have used ChatGPT in the past. I told them not to be scared and to raise their hands and to let me know honestly how many of them have used it. You should have seen how many slow hands went up. So all of our students are aware of it. Many of our students have used it before. I've even caught students using it before. My students and I were working on an exit portfolio for their graduation. They had to start their exit portfolio with a hook. We've learned about hooks many times in our writing classes. There are 4 different types of hooks. So I started by going to ChatGPT and asking ChatGPT to teach me about the 4 different types of hooks. This was a great strategy. It shows students what they can do at home when they don't have you there to answer their questions. If you teach them a lesson about hooks during the day, and then you ask them to write them at night, they might need a little more help. Maybe they forgot their notes at home. Maybe they're just gonna go to Google and find a bunch of random stuff. Either way, teach them how to use ChatGPT to help them and aid them in their learning. For this specific assignment, I really wanted the students to write an anecdotal hook. I had them start by just trying to write one. I want you to try and write an anecdotal hook about your first day of school. Something like, I remember vividly walking down the hallway of clutching onto my mother's hand as I entered into my classroom. Little did I know that this first day was going to be the day that started a lifetime of memories and growth. I threw that out as a sample, and I told the students to now write one for yourself. Think about kindergarten, think about your first day of school, think about a detail, and just add it in. And they wrote some hooks. They were good, they were nice, they were great. Second step is I said, now, we are gonna use ChatGPT to help us come up with some ideas and come up with a springboard, a jumping off point of an anecdotal hook about our first day of kindergarten. Check out this amazing anecdotal hook that ChatGPT came up with after I asked it to. Now the key is to be as specific as possible when using ChatGPT. First, I asked it for an anecdotal hook, just to show the students what a really great anecdotal hook would look like. Then I noticed I can't really use this, so I'm going to be more specific, and I'm going to ask it to create an anecdotal hook about the first day of kindergarten. Watch what ChatGPT came up with. Obviously, my students and I were floored when we saw ChatGPT come up with this amazing anecdotal hook. This is something that we would do in class together anyway, except that maybe I would show them my anecdotal hook that was perfectly polished and well written. The point is to show students that ChatGPT is a great resource to give you ideas and inspiration. The key to this lesson was I put this up on the board and I told my students, you have to change 75% of this, at least 75%. You could also just use it as an inspiration. You have to pick different words, you have to pick different examples, you have to pick different adverbs. You need to make sure to make this your own. But most importantly, you need to understand that AI detectors are around and they're only going to get better for teachers. If they feel like something you wrote is too good to be true, they're going to put it into an AI detector and it's going to come back and say, this is 90% AI generated, this is 85% AI generated. So you need to take what ChatGPT gives you and you need to make it your own. Put it in your authentic voice because your teachers know your voice. I wish I would have saved samples for you guys to see the amazing anecdotal hooks that my students wrote by seeing this as a sample. My students were amazing. They were like, can you ask it to come up with another one? And I did. And then they took that and they changed the one that they had written. They looked back at the one they had written first and compared it to the one they had written after using ChatGPT as an inspiration, okay? And their work was amazing. As teachers, we've been using tools like this our entire life. We save samples from students in the past. We save samples of assignments that we've done before. We show them to the students and we say, this is our jumping off point. This is what I want yours to look like, but make it your own. ChatGPT is not going away. So we as teachers need to find ways to use it in our classroom, embrace it, and make sure our students know how to use it as a learning tool and not as a copying tool. Good luck.